previously on Talk That Talk.
Has anybody ever heard of a reading band or a lab band before? So if you know what a reading band or a lab band is, really when people bring your arrangements into that band so that people can read through your arrangements to see if it's worth something or if it's good or not. I think a lot of these are young arrangers too. They use mass band for that specific, thing, to get their music out there, to say, yeah, I'm new on the arranger scene and I got this song and I want to hear these people crank it up. And I think Rick is absolutely right. They're using that for their way to push themselves inside of the band world, right? And I think one of the bad things that I feel about that is the fact that people base whether you're a good band director or not on the fact of could you write a loud arrangement. Like that is the standard now. Like if you can really teach or anything like that. Hey man, this man writing arrangements and he getting in front of him yelling and throwing his hands up and all this bad conducting. Hey, right. He the truth.
Taking his clothes off.
Who took their clothes? Somebody took their clothes off? Did I miss that? Somebody in one of the mass bandanas took their clothes off?
No.
Oh. I was about to say, oh my gosh, what did that happen? All this stuff does bring about another question. Are we expecting too much?
Evidently, that's what the comments say. They not outside. They showed up. We gonna celebrate it. You go to school and not be outside and don't do no damn work, you don't pass, but we supposed to celebrate it.
Okay.
I was waiting for you to talk, bro, because I wasn't gonna sit up here and just let you be quiet the whole time.
So this is my I'm trying to do it the best way I can, Rito. Where's the same outrage and uproar when we don't have middle school band programs? Where's the same uproar and frustration and conversation when a band director that kept a high school band program alive for years and off of life support and might have kept that program alive by themselves with no budget finally, taps out and say, well, I can't do it anymore. And when that band director, he or she walks out of that door, that program dies. Where's the uproar when when zoning is an issue and kills a band program and nobody goes to the school board for that? Where's the same where the same damn energy when throughout the year you have struggling programs with adequate band directors? I'm not speaking to the ones who are full of crap and don't do their job and sleep in their office. And I'm not talking about them. I'm not talking about the ones that just have a drum line and be like, going out and entertain the people. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the people like myself and anybody that knows me. I don't brag on myself, but I know my worth and my value and what I do for my students. I know everybody on this panel and the directors that come in and comment, I know what they do. It's so freaking frustrating that we are highlighting so much for our culture 2 months and miss the remaining 10 months of the year. I'm not knocking mass band, but it's pissing me off because we don't get mad about infrastructure issues that I've been talking about since my very first episode on here. We don't get mad and go back to the middle schools to introduce instruments to the kids in a setting that's controlled in an environment that it could sit down and learn properly the B flat scale without tearing the goddamn embouchure up. We don't want to focus on that. This honestly reminds me and how I feel of why sometimes the Black community can't move forward, because we focus on the tree that's in front of us instead of the goddamn forest. We focus on, again, for the past 4 or 5 days, we've been focusing on mass ban. But I don't see the same energy when a band program is trying to raise funds for their program to go travel somewhere or have an opportunity, and the goddamn administration be like, nah. I've sat in interviews and interviewed for head band director positions and asked them, so what's the budget? And they was like, you can raise the funds any way you see fit. You don't have a budget over here. Where's the same outrage when things like that happen? But we focusing on some shit that real talk. If that's their standard, hey, peace be under them, bro. And for anybody that come on here and say, oh, Kuan a hater, you a lie. Because I'm gonna tell you why. I teach in Houston. I opened up my school to the all-star band that's in this city. Unfortunately, that all-star band and the staff that's over there now is unfortunately paying for the transgressions of the past people, allegedly, for whatever took place. And my fine arts director was like, no, they cannot use your school because allegedly things came up missing. I went to my fine arts director this time because some of my students was like, we don't want to join because they're practicing in a park. They're accustomed to practicing in a band hall. I don't knock nobody for what they trying to do, for what they trying to build, for what they trying to establish. But until we get to the point where real talk, I come up with solutions. Why don't all these mass bands start raising funds and circulate the money amongst themselves? Why some of these mass band directors don't go to these fine arts directors and say, you know what? I know this was the reputation, but we're remarketing and rebranding ourselves. This is what we're going to offer. We would like to clinician, if we can, throughout the school year to build a rapport with these band directors, because we're not just teaching them how to blow that hole, but we're going to teach them these following things that help them benefit real talk, UIL, which honestly determines a person's job in the state of Texas. Oh, but we don't want to talk about that shit. We want to focus on either you're with me or you're against me. And what people fail to realize is if this is my band program, I have the autonomy to teach them what I want. One of the greats, Ronald B. Thornton, told, and Julian can attest to this, ain't nobody from Willow Ridge gonna come, ain't nobody from Willow Ridge gonna march in this band program. And this man is, I'm gonna say this, he alpha, he frat and all that, but he's also a part of a fraternity, a very, very select few that's called Phi Beta Mu. Phi Beta Mu is the Band Masters Association fraternity, and there's not many brothers in it, but he was honestly voted in unanimously. So you ain't gonna tell that man shit about his program and what he did. This shit pisses me off to the point where it's like, I just want to take a nap. Straight up, because this shit doesn't make any sense. We focusing on so much that really don't even matter. Like, the truth is, I did see a kid. The kid was holding the trombone like this. So where's the teaching with that? My thing is this. One person in that section could have said, say, love, bro, come here real quick. Hold it like this at least. Fix it like this. But we focusing on shit that real talk, that after 2 months, it ain't gonna matter. Because we're gonna be talking about the fall. And everybody on this panel know some of the things that they're doing in mass band, and I'm not hating, will not translate back
That's what
over.
I said. It's not
to the university level.
It's not.
Miss Shawn said it herself. Black Foxes can't do mass band. Because what you do there, you're gonna try to bring it back here. And we all know there's some things when we was coming up you could do with your partners that you couldn't do in your house. So all I'm saying at the end of the day, this not even a DCI mass band conversation, because there's some DCI groups and honestly drum corps schools that sound bad. If you Google on YouTube right now, it literally said worst marching band is a DCI group. It's like a little high school, I think out of Cali or somewhere. But at the end of the day, it's not about
with the blue on.
Yeah. With
Yeah.
that was terrible.
The heavy set drum major dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of that. Yeah.
Struggling.
All I'm saying is we focus on the wrong shit. I come up with solutions, me. I'm on the behalf, and he don't even know this, on the behalf of Greater Houston All-Star, I went to the fine arts director. I went. Because the truth is, real talk, in most urban areas, during the summer, the murder rate goes up. That's the truth. Because kids don't have nothing to do, so I get it. But you're not going to diminish my craft just to get them off the street, bro. Because if you're not teaching them nothing properly where they can't grasp it to love what they're doing, then it's going to be a revolving door. And then they're going to quit that home that they could have used that talent for the rest of their lives. I'm going to be honest. This is some bullshit. Straight up. This straight some bullshit. And it is what it is. We can legitimately solve this. Like, this is solvable, y'all. All we have to do is just come to the table. Man, what y'all want to offer? This, okay. So let's do this. You want my kids? I got 50 kids. What can you teach them? Because band camp, as soon as All-Star band season over, band camp starts. How can I be ensured at the end of the day that these kids can, they'll be ready by the time you come to me for band camp? Hey, some of y'all All-Star band staff people, build the rapport around the high schools and middle schools. Real talk, be a private lesson teacher if you could. This shit is fixable, bro. But to go back and forth with this shit, man, whatever, bro.
I think, Julian, you just need to do a mic drop. Kuan just preached. He didn't cover the whole gamut.